Want help to grow your business? Download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.
Hi everybody, Keith Abraham. Welcome back to Passionate People. I want to spend some time and talk to you a little bit about how to define your achievable, believable and desirable goals. You know the number one reason why most people don't achieve their goals? They're too vague. They say things like, oh, I want to achieve financial independence, or I want to have a great job, or I want to lose a little bit of weight. All vague. Vague goals equal vague results. So we're going to spend some time and talk about how do you actually create achievable, believable in your own heart and desirable goals. For most people, their goals are set around society expectations. We have this expectation that you will graduate from school, get a degree, get a job, find a partner, have kids, buy a house, retire comfortably. All of those things are society goals, but they're all very general. So we're going to spend some time and actually talk about what's important, what matters, and what makes a difference. I love this quote: the speed of the business is the speed of its leaders. It comes from a guy called Lee Iacocca. He was the head of the Chrysler Motor Corporation. In actual fact, he started his working life at Ford. And at Ford, he was in charge of a little project there called the Ford Mustang. He was deemed to be the next leader of the Ford Motor Company, but left to go and join Chrysler when they were going broke. Now, I'm not sure why you would leave a company that was successful to join a company that was going broke, but he saw an opportunity. Now, he got all these global leaders together and he said, you know what? It's not our cars, it's us. He said, if we don't change, evolve and do things differently, then our business won't change and evolve and do things differently. That same premise works for you and I. The speed of your life is the speed of you. If you don't change, evolve and do things differently, your life doesn't change, evolve and do things differently. So we're going to spend some time about how do you change and evolve? How do you look at goal setting differently? I need to say this to you. One of the things that I do know is that in life people operate under 4 different focuses. For some people, they're going backwards. I don't know if you've ever felt like that in your own life, that you felt like you're actually going backwards. The second level is that people are getting by, just getting by. What does that mean? They make enough money to pay the bills. They make enough money to put away in their super. They make enough, just enough. The third level, that people are good at what they do. They're a good salesperson or a good leader or a good coach, good business owner. They're good at what they do. But really, you and I need to be striving and arriving at being great at what we do. What's the enemy of great? Is that we're good at what we do. We're a little bit better than the rest, but no better than the best. And so we need to be great at what we do. And to be great at what we do, we need to have clarity, specific goals that we want to focus on. And more importantly, we need to be connected to them. We need to have an emotional, a mental, and a physical connection. So we're going to spend some time and work out how do you get that connection in some of the episodes a little bit later on. But now it's about focusing on a couple of key areas. It's about saying, as a business owner, business leader, and even in your own life, I know for a fact that you want 4 things. You want to enhance the business value. You want to increase your revenue and profits. You want to make sure that you have increased your personal satisfaction. And the 4th is improve your lifestyle. In life as in business, these are the 4 aspects that people want. You might have 1 or 2 or even 3 of them, but have you got all 4 of them? Have you got this enhanced, have you got a business that's worth something? Are you making good revenue and profit? Have you increased your own personal satisfaction? In other words, you love it. You love doing it. And the last one there is it gives you something back. I don't know about you, I got into business for a few reasons, but one of them was definitely to improve my lifestyle. I knew I'd make money doing this. I knew I'd make money staying in a corporate role. But I also wanted to have some choices, and that's what lifestyle is. some choices and options and flexibility. One of my clients is Harley Davidson. I've been fortunate to speak at their conferences, and it's the only conference I might add I go to where everyone's dressed in black. And they're just the dealer principals. And when I was doing my research for Harley Davidson, I came across a really great interview by a journalist who was interviewing the head of Harley Davidson, a guy called Richard Teeling. And he asked him the question. He said, "What's it like being a motorbike manufacturer?" He said, "Well, we're actually not in that business." The guy looked at him a little bit strange and thought, "Yes, you are. You're the CEO of Harley Davidson." He said, "You're in the business of manufacturing motorbikes." He said, "No, that's not the business we're in. What we sell is the ability for a 43-year-old accountant to dress in black leather, ride through small towns and have people be afraid of him. We're a lifestyle company, not a manufacturing company." The one thing I took away from this is that you have to know the business you're in. You have to know the life that you're in. See, what business are you really in? What life are you really in? Your role, your goal, and your responsibility as a leader of your life is to define what's important, what matters, and what makes a difference to you. It's about taking time out to say, what is it that's important to you? And being the captain of your own ship. Remember what I've said before in other episodes? You can either be an explorer or you can be a tourist. An explorer sets the course for themselves. So in this module, I want to give you some more information, but I also want to give you some greater insights into how you can become connected to your goals, to work out what those goals are, big picture wise. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself? What goals do you want to achieve? So what we're specifically going to cover is this. We're going to talk about the key goals you want to achieve in the next 5 years. And you might think 5 years, that seems like so far away. I want you to think, let me ask you this question. Has this year gone quickly for you? Has the last 12 months gone quickly for you? If you're like most people, the years, the days, the months, the weeks go really fast. And it's not an age thing. You know, people often say, "Oh, Keith, you're over 50, you know, time passes you by faster." Firstly, I think that's rude. No. It's not about that. What tends to happen is we do more. We do more in a compressed time. I want you to think about this. 35 years ago, we didn't have email. I don't know how many emails you get in the course of a day, but most of the people I talk to are getting somewhere between 50 and 100 emails a day. Let me wind back the clock before there was email. If you got 100 pieces of mail a day, you're a small regional post office. We do a lot in a day. The next 5 years will go just as fast as the last 5 years. So where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? We're going to talk about the 4 broad components of setting goals and how to apply them to your own life. We're also going to spend some time, and I'm going to go through and expand that into 8 key areas that you'd like to achieve your goals to be able to move forward. We're also going to spend some time and clarify your 12-month goals, both personally and professionally. So for your business, for your career, and for your life. I also then want to spend some time and talk about the roadblocks. What's stopping you from achieving your plans? Can I give you a little tip? It's not external factors. It's internal factors. It's, do you believe you're worthy, deserving, capable? Number 6 is we're going to talk about the difference between a long-term goal, a medium-term goal, and a short-term goal, and which are right for you. So that's what we're going to talk a little bit about. So let's jump into talking about the long-term goal. I've been really fortunate. I've worked for Toyota for at least the last 13 years, every year for the last 13 years. And I've had a great opportunity to travel with them throughout Asia, throughout the UK, and obviously around Australia and New Zealand. And I was in Toyota in Tokyo, and I was working with Toyota, and I got a chance to meet the head of the Oceania region. So he's a guy that looks after Australia, New Zealand, all of Asia, apart from Japan. He was a guy who was educated in the US, born in Japan, but educated in the US, travelled the world working for Toyota. He's a 20-plus year veteran of the Toyota Motor Company. And I sat down with him on Tokyo Harbour and I asked him this question. I said, how far in advance do you plan your cars? He said, we have working models of cars 5 years from today. So cars that actually go around a racetrack at Mount Fuji, 5 years.
To continue enjoying this presentation, download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.